Hey everybody, my name is Justin and welcome to day 18 of my MentalFit challenge. So the MentalFit challenge is a program I put together for myself so that I can really enjoy doing the things that move me forward in life. And the motto that I'm going for this is 1% better than I was yesterday. So this program is a lot about awareness, and this is a daily video I put out to talk about what I learned about myself in the hopes that not only I keep doing this awareness work, but maybe it inspires some of you to, start looking at yourselves the same way. So right now is week 3, which means there is no non-educational videos, meaning that I can only watch educational videos. I've been watching a lot of educational videos. So there's 3 things I want to talk about today, and I'm going to talk about the most exciting one first. So for those of you that know, probably most of you, because there's not a lot of people watching these videos, before the quarantine, I ran a marketing agency. And as the quarantine started, I decided that I didn't really love doing the work for that. I didn't like doing the advertising. I didn't like talking to the clients. Like it wasn't just a topic that I was interested in. I liked the effects, but if you do the work for the effects, whenever an obstacle gets in your way, it's a big downer if you don't like the work and you only like the effects. So what that meant to me was that I did not find the thing that I really wanted to do. And I have the privilege of being able to have that time. So I decided to use it. So what that meant for me is I needed to find something else. And so I searched and what I've been doing over this time is kind of putting together information so that I can know better what my next step will be. And what I'm doing right now is I am just running down things that I'm passionate about. And that's why I'm watching a lot of educational videos right now. And what I found yesterday is I've gotten enough education to actually start making some sort of theory about things. And so this if people care, I'll be more than happy to do a video about it. But basically what I came up with was an understanding of why loneliness happens and the ways to make it so that you don't feel lonely anymore. And it's a procedure, it's a system, it's something that's repeatable, and that's really exciting to me, because what that means is that I can help people with the information that I'm getting, right? Because it's awesome for me to have this information so that I know it. It's a whole nother level of awesome if it's something that I can put out into the world. And basically what this sort of theory is that when you fail, because we inevitably fail, that's how life works. We must fail to succeed. When you fail, you have one of 2 ways of categorizing that failure. You can categorize it as an action failure, which was, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, or this was something that I shouldn't have done, right? Where it was an action that we failed. The other way is by saying, I am a failure, that's why I couldn't do this. So the first one is guilt. Guilt is, I shouldn't have done that action. Shame is, I shouldn't be this person. And what happens with when you start being shameful is you start reworking your entire understanding of how the world works. The science behind this is because with guilt, you limit the failure to the smallest possible domain, meaning that if you fail a test, then you ask, did I study enough? If the answer is no, great, stop there. If the answer is yes, you feel like you did study enough, okay, what else happened? Did the teacher not do it well? Do you feel like you aren't understanding the information, like you can't get to a point where you can study on your own, stuff along those lines. And that's guilt. Guilt is, okay, what was my action problem? What's my action solution? And when you use guilt, you can have an action solution where you say, okay, I failed this test. Is it because the things that were on that test weren't the things that I studied? No, I think I studied it. Were the things, did I study long enough to understand the things that I studied? No. Okay, my action is study more on those, for future reference, I need to study more than I studied this time. And that is an action change that will get you a better result. Shame doesn't work that way. Shame says, I failed this test, which means that I can't study, which means that I'm going to fail this class, which means that I'm going to fail at university, which means I shouldn't even be a student. And if I'm not going to be a student, then what else am I going to do? If I don't have anything else to do, why am I here? And that is a spiral that leads to anxiety, depression, and suicide. This is a very real progression path for a lot of people. And what I found is a way to be able to limit that escalation for people who have not gone down the rabbit hole yet. And that's a good start for me. For people like me, for people who don't really have a lot of deep emotional issues that affect them on a daily basis and their perspective, where you're really mostly in control, at least, right? What the thing I'm excited about is, as I learn more about identity, personality, shame, loneliness, so on and so forth, to be able to get it so that the process can keep moving to people who have less and less control over how their minds think. Now, the reality of the situation is you have the potential to have 100% control. But potential doesn't always mean actuality. So, so the more that I work with people that have less actual control over their minds, the more thought out and thorough the program needs to be. So that is a pathway that is open to me that I'm excited about, because this is something that I can actually help people with. This is something I can put a program together. I can put large group webinars or seminars. Like this is knowledge, and knowledge is very powerful, and something that I really love to have a lot of. So that's something that's very, very, very exciting for me, because it's something that I've been trying to get at for a while now, way before the COVID started. So I had 3 things. Well, one of the things is I'm having a big purchase food day, big cook day, because yesterday I had only vegetables. I was hungry because I didn't prepare. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a lot of things that have vegetables in them. I'm going to make vegetable kebabs. I'm going to make a Thai vegetable soup. And I will also be making some coconut lime chicken and Kahlua pork for tomorrow. So I'm quite excited for that. I had a third thing that I wanted to talk about. Video games. Yes. Okay. So yesterday, I again played video games with my brother. And what I found was that it was the same thing that I had when I played video games previously, the same revelation I had, which was it made my head hurt to kind of put all of that information together. Because my brain was in the mode of, okay, quick logical problem solving, where it's, okay, let's do a lot of quick math to solve a problem and find a solution that is good enough. This is not a complex problem. It just needs to be solved quickly. And what that does is you have to do a lot of those, is it makes your head kind of hurt a little bit, right? It's like when you did those multiplication tables in 3rd grade, where it's like, okay, here's 100 questions, you have 3 minutes, go. And, it's just a lot of really simple problems. And that's a good thing to reinforce and keep knowing. The second thing was that, again, when I played that video game afterward, I didn't feel motivated to do anything, my evening routine. Now, of course, I did the evening routine, but I didn't really feel like I wanted to. And that's a problem to me, because as I'm learning more about identity, there are some key points that allow you to have a foundation of your identity. One of those is a routine. I have an evening routine and a morning routine, and that's one of the certainty parts of my identity. And so video games mess with that. Now, I had some more I wanted to talk about, but it's getting to 10 minutes, and I have to post this on Instagram. So if I remember to talk about it tomorrow, I will. If I don't, I will. But for now, slowing down a little bit, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.